Assalamu alaikum. Today I'll be reading the two stories from this prophet book, and they will be about Salih alayhi salam and Ibrahim alayhi salam. Let's begin. Salih alayhi salam. The Prophet Salih alayhi salam was sent by Allah to the people of Thamud. He told the people that Allah is one, and the lots of different gods they were praying to were absolutely not real. We used to like you very much, but now you're telling us not to pray to our gods? Our dads used to pray to these gods, so we have to too. We can't believe you about Allah, they said. Then they told Saleh that he has to show us that he is Allah's messenger by making a camel come from the mountains. They said it should be a girl camel like they've never ever seen before. Allah made that happen for Salih alayhi salam. An amazing camel appeared. The people couldn't believe their eyes. It was amazing. Once more, the camel was a very special camel. We all know that milk comes from cows, but milk also comes from camels. This camel is very special because it gave so much milk that thousands of people could drink it. It also drank a lot of water. Many of the people believed Salih alayhi salam about Allah being the one and only God, but some people didn't. Those people hated this special camel sent by Allah and wanted to kill it. One day they managed to kill the poor camel. Salih alayhi salam wasn't happy at all. Hurting animals is bad, and this was a very special camel. He told those people that they should feel sorry for what they have done, but they didn't feel sorry at all. In fact, they were even ruder. Salih alayhi salam went to live in another place with the people that had been nice to him. He didn't fight with the people who had killed the camel. He went far away from them. Then a big earthquake came where the people of Thamud came. The story of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. Ibrahim alayhi salam was born at a time where some people thought the stars, planets, sun, and moon were God. Some thought the statues they made from wood and stones was God, and some people even thought that kings were God. Ibrahim alayhi salam was very special though, because Allah had made him the most clever little boy. Even when he was a very little boy, he found it very funny that people could pray to things that they had made with their own hands. Things like we might make now with blocks or clay. Even when he grew up, he thought it was not right, because he thought to himself that if something can't get back when you knock it down, it can't be God. One night, Ibrahim alayhi salam went to a cave in a mountain to sit and think. He knew for sure that God isn't made from stones or wood. He saw a star in the dark night sky and said to the people that it must be God. But then the star went away, and so he said it couldn't be. Then he saw the moon and said it must be God. But then the moon went away, and so he said it couldn't be. Then he saw the sun, and he said this one is greater, so it might be God. But then the sun went away, so he said it couldn't be. Ibrahim alayhi salam told the people what all of this means. The stars, moon, planets, and sun are not Allah. They are made by Allah and come in front of our eyes and disappear again, because Allah makes them do that. Allah does not disappear. He is there forever, and He will always be there. The people who worshiped the planets and stars were very angry. Even his father was angry, because he used to make the statues that they prayed to with his own hands. But Ibrahim alayhi salam prayed to Allah to forgive him and tried to talk to the people. He was very strong in believing that nothing could happen to him unless Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to. So he wasn't scared of anybody or anything. Ibrahim alayhi salam tried to make everyone see that these statues cannot be God, because they cannot do anything for the people. They can't even see. But they just wouldn't listen. So one day he went to the temple where the gods were. With an axe, he smashed all of them, except for the biggest one, whose neck he hung his axe on. When the people found the broken statues, they were absolutely furious. They guessed it must have been Ibrahim alayhi salam. So they went to ask him. Ibrahim alayhi salam told them to ask their gods, because he knew that everyone knows they can't even speak. Then he told them that it must have been the biggest statue that smashed all the smaller ones. He knew that the people would realize the biggest statue can't do that, and if he can't do that, he can't really be a god. So the people decided to throw Ibrahim alayhi salam into a fire. They made a very, very huge, enormous, raging fire. They tied up Ibrahim alayhi salam ready to throw him in. The angel Jibreel alayhi salam came to him and asked him if he needed anything. Ibrahim alayhi salam was not scared because he trusted Allah. So he said that he didn't need anything from Jibreel. Then they threw Ibrahim alayhi salam into the fire. Allah has power over all things. He can even make fire cool. And that's what he did for Ibrahim alayhi salam. He told the fire to be cool and safe for him. So Ibrahim sat in the fire just as if it was a nice garden. He thanked Allah and felt a lot of love for Allah. He didn't even feel scared or worried. He just felt loved. The people who had tried to burn him had been standing around the fire and could feel how hot it was, because it was only cool for Ibrahim alayhi salam. So when they saw him come out of the fire completely fine, as if he walked out of a garden, they were astonished. They absolutely could not believe their eyes. After that, many people secretly believed Ibrahim alayhi salam. But the king Namrud was furious because he wanted people to believe that he was God. Ibrahim alayhi salam became very famous. But still most people were angry and didn't believe him. His wife believed him and one man believed him. His name was Lut alayhi salam, and he became a prophet too. They all left and went to travel to different lands. Ibrahim alayhi salam had a baby called Ismail alayhi salam, who also became a prophet. One day, Ibrahim alayhi salam asked Allah to show him how he can bring a dead thing back to life. So Allah showed him by making 4 dead birds come to life and fly to him. He spent his days worshipping Allah. See you guys later. Assalamu alaikum.